What's up, guys? Luke here from Luke's Points and Miles. Today I'm coming at you with another episode of I Got Another Card. Now, if you watch this channel, you already know that I get a lot of credit cards, but you may also know that I've entered the season of this game where I'm starting to get denied by some issuers, so I have really backed down my own velocity, especially on the consumer side, while at the same time, I'm also trimming the fat. A couple days ago, I canceled a card with Bank of America, and that was the Air France KLM Flying Blue MasterCard. Not a bad bonus on that card, but the only time I'm flying Air France or KLM, it's going to be across the pond in business class, so not really much this card can add to that. And with that one gone, obviously, I had to apply for a new card, something with a decent bonus, but there was also some other criteria. Guys, before I get started, if you are new here, I talk about credit cards, points, miles, cash back, and travel. If you like those topics, consider becoming a subscriber. And if you get any value at all from this video, slap that like button for me. So here's how this one is going to go. First, I'm going to explain my current strategy when it comes to new cards. Then I'll give you a quick review of the card that I just received, which is the Wells Fargo Signify Business Cash Card. I'll tell you why this card can make sense for so many different folks, and I'll also kind of run down the Wells Fargo transfer partners and how I use them. With all that out of the way, let's get started. So this is where I am right now. I have several premium travel cards, and I have a really nice setup with American Express, Chase, Capital One, and Citi, and I also have a great 5% cashback setup. Obviously, this is not sustainable, so some of these cards are going to be downgraded or canceled in the next year or so. While I simplify things, those are going to be some tough decisions, but in the meantime, I still need points, I still need miles, and I still need those bonuses. I just checked, and I'm really only 824, and there are a couple Chase cards I'd like to try, so for right now, I'm trying to forgo any more consumer credit cards. Fortunately for me, there are tons of great business card options out there, and I run two very small businesses. For those of you that are not comfortable with applying for business credit, I completely understand that, but the term business is a very loosely defined word, and most folks that either earn or have an idea that could potentially earn income from something other than their W-2 job, you're likely eligible for business credit. I will also add that in my opinion, business credit cards are the ultimate credit card hack. So for me, I want to limit any new personal accounts, but I want to continue to earn sign-up bonuses. And in this case, I want to try out a new and fifth travel point ecosystem. Enter the Wells Fargo Signify Business Cash Card. Now, this won't take long to review this card. First off, it's a MasterCard, so I actually really like that. This means it's eligible to earn American Airlines miles within their Simply Miles program. Besides that, the big question here is, does it have a bonus? Of course it does, and it's actually not too bad. You can earn a $500 cash rewards bonus for spending $5,000 in 3 months. We are going to come back to that terminology, cash rewards, a little bit later. And this card has no annual fee, so it's completely free. One of the things that makes this pickup so great is there is no fee and no personal account on my credit report, plus the bonus. The card earns unlimited 2% cash rewards on all purchases, so it's basically a 2% catch-all card. And to top it off, you'll get 12 months 0% intro APR to get that business kind of off and rolling. So basic, but yet so beautiful, right? This card also provides some protections, and it even has primary rental car insurance, which, listen, that's still pretty rare for a no annual fee card. That's pretty much it, so let's get back to these cash rewards. With these cash rewards, you can redeem for statement credit, gift cards, or towards travel booked with Wells Fargo. But if you also have a Wells Fargo card like the Autograph Visa, you can transfer these cash rewards over to that card, and then you will be able to transfer those out to Wells Fargo transfer partners. And that's where this card gets very interesting for me. See, I have the Autograph, and it's an amazing no annual fee travel card now that Wells has introduced partners. And spending the required $5,000 on the Signify and getting the bonus, that's going to end up netting me 60,000 cash rewards that I can move over to the Autograph for a very cool 60,000 points. And this is how I plan on using those points. So Wells has only had these transfer partners a short time, and I wanted to take a moment to go over the partners. Now, there isn't a whole lot of them, and I want to kind of mention how I would use 60 to 70,000 points transferred to each program. I want you to remember that when I give these examples, that is a redemption that didn't cost any fees and didn't create a new account with the credit bureaus. First up, we have what used to be a much more popular program, British Airways Avios. Now, before I go any further into BA, I want to remind everyone that Avios will transfer between other Avios programs. It seems like Wells decided to include several Avios programs, so I will include examples for each of these programs, but just know that British Airways Avios do transfer to and from Iberia Plus Avios and Aer Lingus Avios. As far as BA, they have devalued their program a couple times this year, and my favorite redemption is kind of all but gone. It used to be a great way to fly domestic American Airlines flights, but now they cost so much it might not even be a decent option. But you can still find decent deals on American to the Caribbean and to and from the mainland in Hawaii. I've also seen decent deals on One World partners to Europe, example being 45,000 Avios from New York to Madrid. And remember, that's on BA Avios. I would also use these Avios for short haul flights within Europe. Or how about Miami to Bogota or Kyoto for 14,500 Avios? Now just remember, in Kyoto, Ecuador, they don't put toilet paper in the toilet. They put it in a wastebasket next to the toilet. It's kind of why I've never been there. Continuing on with the Avios theme, Iberia has a couple great sweet spots, one being one way to Madrid off-peak for only 34,000 Iberia Avios. That's business class. If you are visiting Spain, then I think you can find some great deals from Madrid to, say, Barcelona or Mallorca. Finally, with Aer Lingus, the official airline of Ireland, you can get some super cheap flights to Dublin. I've seen this as low as 13,000 Avios in economy. It's a short flight from Boston, so you might not need that business class. You might not need it. But come on, that's a great deal. You can also find these same flights in business for 50 to 60,000 Avios. Yes, you read this correctly. One free sign-up bonus can get you a business class ticket to the Emerald Isle. Next up is one of my favorite programs, and that is Avianca Life Miles. You may have read that Avianca just devalued very recently, but in this case, I think it was kind of a relief. Here's why. Devaluations happen, and this one was pretty light. Here's an example. Avianca had tons of business class flights from North America to Europe on Star Alliance partners for 63,000 life miles. And now it seems they're 70,000. Not too bad, and if this lasts for a while, I still think it's a great deal. I have also seen very recently 55,000 life miles from Switzerland to New York on Swiss Air Business. And I have flown that product and I really like it. There are still some sweet spots that, well, used to be sweeter, but Boston to Lisbon on TAP Air or JFK to Brussels on Brussels Air, 69,000 life miles. In any case, I have redeemed hundreds of thousands of life miles, and I really do like their program, and I think they are really trending upward. Let's not forget Air France KLM Flying Blue. This is one of the heavyweights in the points and miles game. This is one that I have flown a few times, and both Air France and KLM offer great products. You can use Flying Blue miles to book domestic Delta flights, and for much less than it would be with Sky Miles. But the most popular are the North American to Europe redemptions for 50,000 Flying Blue miles. So pretty much these flights will connect either in Paris or Amsterdam, but those are really two of the best places to start a European journey anyway. Centrally located and tons of award availability. I just recently booked my solo trip to Morocco using Flying Blue miles, and I'm super excited about that. I think I spent 72,000 Flying Blue miles for an itinerary from Columbus to Marrakesh each way. Not really a common flight, so there will be some connections, but that is all in business class. Your uncle doesn't fly economy anymore, so I really need these Flying Blue miles. Only one hotel program with Wells, and it's choice. But here's a catch. The transfer is 1 to 2, so one Wells point will get you 2 choice points. I've said 100 times that Choice is slept on, so check out some of their new additions. Check out the Cambria or the Ascend collection, and check out Scandinavia and Japan. Plenty of great options there. So guys, that is it for today. I think this is a great example of a no annual fee catch-all business card that can translate to crazy travel redemptions, and it's obviously a candidate for a keeper card. Tell me what you think in the comments, and I'll be honest, you can keep the "I don't want to do business with Wells" comment to yourself. Every single one of these banks have done terrible things, so please check your hypocrisy. Just because Wells Fargo's sins have been bigger news stories doesn't mean they're any worse than any other bank. Guys, I will put some referral links in the description below if you want more information on cards that earn points and miles. And if you've watched all the way to the end, I want to take a moment to thank you because I appreciate every single one of you.